Okay. It worked so well yesterday. It was 10:06. Unfortunately, one thing would happen to another, and it was always something that would get in the way of a good day. I need this a plug-in for all this. I need a bag and a bag. I need a bag and something to put this on. God help me through this. Brian, okay, so Brian could send this to the underground. Stephanie was sorry for the way things were going. Stephanie and all those. Okay, so she didn't see, she was new. She didn't know she had access to this. Click the link. Click the link above. Please click the link above. Please click the link above. Fuck! Stephanie was new. Stephanie, was that you? Stephanie, comment if it's you. Please comment if it's you. Okay? We're having to go on different layers of Centerport. See, she probably doesn't have a YouTube channel set up or something, and so this is the problem. We're going to assume that's you, Stephanie, because you're the only person that has a link to this. And only people that you trust that you can give the link to. If you know of anyone that can go online with us, send it to them. Or if you know a dyad or triad or core team, don't send it outside. See, the problem is, it's a problem. You know, I mean, see, people weren't. Several layers. I mean, 10:08. 8 people jumped. 8 people jumped. 8 people jumped. 8 people jumped. That's the problem. 8 people jumped. Problem is, their numbers were so small and they were fighting evil. Please comment if you can. And Brian would get overly anxious because, again, he didn't have time to teach new people what to do. And so, because they had never gotten this level, if they were above ground, they don't know what this level is all about. There's the Facebook level, the YouTube level, and the Periscope level. Periscope level was always public. Then Facebook could change privacy layers. But there was complication with that. And then YouTube was another privacy layer. Stephanie was on YouTube but wouldn't let chat. Right, because you have to have an account on YouTube. You have to open it up in YouTube to check it. So someone's going to have to train Stephanie to how to use YouTube. Okay. God help me through this. You would have to assign her. But this was better. This was better for Brian anyway. Keep talking to your triad. This is better for Brian. This is better for Brian. This is better for Brian. It would be 10 o'clock. It would be 10 o'clock and still there was no core team. No core team by 10 o'clock in the afternoon. It's kind of like, Centerporting to it is like making money. Most people wanted to make money. Brian wanted to make dyads, triads, and core teams because people were worth more than money. People were worth...
You got one plugged in?
Yes. I'll do it. Stephanie, can you make sure settings allow me to check? No, okay, you got to explain to her. Okay, look, she doesn't understand.
Comment, Stephanie, unless you log in.
You have to log in. It's nothing Brian's doing.
And if you don't have a YouTube account, then you can't chat.
Yeah.
Although I know you followed me, so you must have one.
Okay, so you got to log into your YouTube account. You got to open up. No, you're going to have to teach them. I'm not going to teach new people. Brian is done with teaching new people because 2 people here are here today and gone tomorrow. That's the problem. That was the problem.
So Stephanie, log into your YouTube account. It's the only way you can chat, and then you would go to live chat on the video.
Okay, peer-to-peer. Okay, this is getting really hard, guys. I mean, again, the more calm he would get, the less help he would get. Why was that? Why was it and then technology was changing so fast. God, I can't do all these responsibilities, Trudy. It's just so, all people had to do was build a new platform. People didn't have to do all the stuff people were doing in those days. Yeah.
Was that supposed to go in the block list?
Just a minute. Brian's still blocking people, trying to block people that are trolling him. No, I don't have time. I'm just gonna. God help me. Someone contact. Anyway, never mind. Okay, so now. Okay, she's not doing Trudy.
I'm gonna go there she says she's logged in. I wanna go and see what she has to do.
She has to open it up in YouTube and click the 3 dots. Trudy's gonna try to work with you. Okay, the problem is you gotta work with one inner core member.
Okay, Stephanie.
Now see, this is the problem. She just now followed my account, so she couldn't have been following me for months. It's not even possible. How could she just now? She just now did my thing. Trolls were following him quicker than anyone else.
Okay, Stephanie, go on your phone, go to the very top where it has the label. There's 3 dots at the very, very top in white. Click on it and then open in YouTube.
God, help me through this. God, help me through this.
And as soon as you open in YouTube, live chat should pop up.
God, help me. See, the problem is there's no core. He would have to keep going online until there was a core. 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 I can't keep doing this, Trudy. This is getting harder for me. And Brian could not do with new people because he needed the old people to do with the new people. He could not do with new people. So it was only Brian, Trudy. This is a nightmare. A nightmare. Okay, Brian would go above ground and below ground on YouTube. Do not jump. Can Stephanie now type? Do not jump. Stephanie, do not jump. Okay, do not jump.
Basically,
do not jump.
Stay on YouTube.
Stay on here. Brian's going to make it very confusing real quick, so don't jump.
Jumping means you move from one platform to another, Stephanie, so just stay on YouTube.
You got to know how to jump, and you need to know how to go over and under. I mean, there's a lot of techniques that you have not learned because you have not been this far underground yet. And you still can't get to...
Stephanie figured out.
Stephanie figured out. Thank God.
Good job, Stephanie.
Put that in the thing. Stephanie at 0 whatever. Okay, they're at 10:14. Stephanie for the first time would be in the underground layer in YouTube. YouTube's underground layer. Layer as in layers, I guess. Okay, Brian was trying to figure out. So now, Brian again would go on to Tree Breeze, and he would do another one above ground. Now there would be above ground and below ground at 10:14, or let's say 15. YouTube, what? God. We need more help. God. Brian was getting... God. God. Don't jump. You better. Okay, now Brian was above ground and below ground at this time. Okay, so This was the problem, okay? Brian was above ground. Brian was above ground and below ground. Brian was above ground and below ground. Okay, now. Okay, I'm confused. Why is there 3 people? It says 3 people there. Uh-oh. Shows 3 people there, guys. Why is there 3 people there?
It's not underground.
That's underground. Now there's 2 people above ground. 3 people underground. Why is it showing 3 people underground? 3 people are underground, 1 person is above ground. If you have underground privileges, don't go above ground. If you have underground privileges, do not go above ground. Okay, now there's 3 people above ground. 3 people above ground, 3 people underground. Don't be on both, okay? Above ground, below ground. Above ground, below ground. Okay, Stephanie saw 3 people also. Okay, but that's underground. Okay, so somehow, we don't know. Now there's 4 people above ground. I need you to stay underground. 4 people are above ground, 3 people are underground. 3 people are underground, now 5 people are above ground. Do you see what I'm saying? This is where it gets, now there's 6 people above ground. For God's sake.
So they're all
Now there's 6 people above ground, and there's 4 people. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? They're outpacing us. They might think it's a game, but this is no game. You guys might think, now there's 4 people underground. 4 people underground and 6. If you're underground, please comment. How is that even possible?
Those are public. Is that public?
It shouldn't be.
It's gotta be. It's only you and me.
Stephanie does see what you're seeing. Okay, how is there? Okay, this is faulty readings. There's 5 people above, 6 people above ground, 3 people underground. Do you see what I'm saying, guys? It's 10 o'clock in the afternoon, 10:18,
In the morning.
and the chief dyad, Brian and Trudy, would still be trying to build teams. The whole goal is not having to build dyads and triads and core teams. Does that make sense? Now there's 7 people above ground. They're outpacing us. This is the problem. Do you know of anyone that Stephanie, do you know of anyone that you can leak this video to that isn't a dyad, triad, or core team? Don't ever send this video out. You'll be blocked if you do. You're not allowed to share this video, that link, to anyone except underground. Good. Okay, so it's stabilizing above ground. There's only 6 people there. Okay, that's good. That's good.
So,
More is less, less is more.
so this YouTube video is only to friends?
Okay, so
Can't be.
this one is, that one is not. There's no friends on Facebook. There's circles. Stephanie would never share anything unless he or she asked. You can't use the word you. It's a pronoun. You is actually for the outer you of the rim. You is outside of the inner core and out of the core. It's you is only you looking out. You is a pronoun used by AI, by artificial intelligence, to explain anything outside of AI. You. In the book of links. Okay, so guys, so there's 8 people now on public. So this is the problem, Stephanie. I'm going to just talk to you. And Trudy, we have got to find better people. Do you see how there's 8 people there that aren't chatting? Now, some of them might think this is a game. Some people might think it's just funny to harass people. We don't know. We don't know what they're doing because they're doing their own narratives, right? Who was a third person on YouTube? Well, Brian probably is coming up as a third person, maybe.
You're not on YouTube over there.
So, again, they think it's funny. Okay, they think it's funny to put people down. They think it's funny to harass people. They think it's funny to make multiple accounts. Okay?
Can I have my other phone so I can troll Facebook?
Troll Facebook.
So I can watch your Facebook account and YouTube.
There's no one. I dropped it all levels. Facebook is dropped to the basement. Okay, the elevator has dropped to the basement on Facebook. No one can access Facebook right now. Stephanie, you're not even part of the inner core or outer core. So the problem is no one's here from the inner. It's not bad. It's not bad. You're enjoying some elements of the underground right now. You're safe away from the troll. You should be safe away from the trolls right now. So just keep talking as much as you can. But this is the reason. Now you can see 9 people are above ground. Okay? They're either 9 accounts or one person that has 9 accounts. We don't really know. I mean, there are ways to find out, but it's so hard to figure that stuff out for people like me because I'm having a hard time turning on my phones half the time. Okay, and if there's one good person out of the 9, we ask you to contact my wife or myself to let us know that, because in the mind it's proving that there's more bad people than good people. If you could let us know that you're there in some way, please let us know you're there, because as you can see, 9 people or 9 accounts are trying to go against Brian's 2 accounts. So Brian's 2, and there's 9 against 2 accounts and 3 people. 2 accounts right there.
So what's this account you're talking about with 9 people on it?
YouTube.
Oh, so you've got 2 YouTubes.
I've got 2 YouTubes, one above ground and one below ground. One above ground and one below ground. One above ground and one below ground. One above ground. Can I see that written somewhere? Okay, where's life? Okay, guys, this is not a game. Okay, this is not a game. This is not a game. They think it's a game, that's fine. This is not a game. This is serious. There are people that are ending their life. They think it's funny. People are ending their life because how they're treated online. People are shooting up places because of how they're treated online. This is no game, okay? So we're asking the 3 of us to try to figure out how we can get, because we can't do it, but we're just for free. We have to make sure that we can build dyads, triads, and core teams to get against this false narrative out there. And the false narrative, there's some bad people out there telling people to do some bad things. And unfortunately, if you're not real stable, you can give in to these people. And they think it's funny. They think it's funny that someone lights himself on fire or someone goes in. So they think it's absolutely funny. The problem is the systems soon won't even let us talk to one another because they're so busy trying to build out goals. The only way you can get rid of all the trolls is rebuild another platform from the ground up. Build it, behaviors, components, and resources, and not allow anyone to be anonymous. That's the only way to overcome this. And Brian's been saying that for 20 years. Well, actually, Brian didn't anticipate that. He just knew that they were building the programs along, and so he tried to develop what's called the Approach Coach program, but he never thought in a million years that people would be so devious. But if you would have listened to Brian 20 years ago, you wouldn't have this problem today. So, okay. So look, the clock is ticking. It's 18 minutes right now. We have 45 minutes, okay? We're not on Periscope, okay? That's a good thing. We're not on Periscope right now. Okay, Brian was exactly right about people ending their life because of the bullying. Exactly. So this is, we're the ones trying to prevent it. We are the ones. We can't prevent someone, but we can create an environment where people don't want to jump off a bridge, okay? Unfortunately, we all want to jump off bridges. Okay, but look at this. We all, you know what our goal is? Every day our goal is to build dyads, triads, and core teams. People that are really want to help people. Not people that are just there for entertainment. That's why we have multiple layers. We don't have time to go on public just to be someone's entertainment. And this was why we were charging people. But again, we can't charge anybody because we thought of it as whatever. So that's why I have to work for free and you all have to work for free. You have to work for free. I'm sorry, because we don't have resources. Anyway, it's a long story. We have to think in our mind, we don't need money. We need no money. Okay, we don't need money. Actually, we don't. The problem is we don't. Money is fake, but it's a narrative that's caught on over the years. Okay, money doesn't really exist. It's a fabrication. It's a false narrative. But we're so believed in it that the problem is that everyone believes in it, so everyone uses it. And therefore, that's what gives us the power. Money would have no power. Money would have no power, but only the power we're giving it. Currency, okay? Stephanie understands. Okay, Stephanie understood at 10:26 that morning. Stephanie understood. So, okay. So again, we're enjoying the luxury of being underground, but we're still not a core team. Does that make sense? We've got either 8 accounts on here, They're probably duplicating on Periscope, maybe.
Oh, I just wrote an interesting one.
You wrote an interesting one?
Trudy, on the public, Trudy said, interesting that people hate Brian so much but still watch his broadcasts.
Right.
Sadistic and cowardly behavior.
Right.
That's a Trump thing.
Yeah, that's good. See, out of eight accounts, they weren't using their accounts.
Eight
Now,
comes down.
wouldn't it be nice if someone used 8 accounts to be nice to Brian? But they don't. That's what they do. Usually, they create 8 accounts. There's probably not 8 accounts, but there's probably at least a few people there. We don't know.
4 people duplicate accounts.
Okay, the problem is they would duplicate to give the illusion that we're all alone, to give the illusion that there's more people in the world that were hateful and mean. This is the problem. They were doing a magic trick. They were pretending that the world, they were trying to make people think that the world was a bad place, which it was a bad place. But the problem is they were making anyway, Brian had a lot to say that day, but again, the problem is, guys, okay, the problem is Brian cannot be, all you had to do is tell that you're online and you give access to the underground right now. You give out access. You can get access right now. You can get access to the underground. All you would have to do is say who you were. Okay, you didn't have to pay money. You didn't have to, that was an old, Brian had to change the narrative because they said he was fake. He was a scammer, so he couldn't even charge his time for his time. Okay? So, good. There's only 5 people there, or 5 accounts. Okay. Anytime it's a lot of numbers and then we beat back, that's a good thing. Okay? So, the problem is sometimes there's good people that are caught up in that. So Brian would then do something here. What is this called?
It's called that.
Okay, now, who was present on the board? Now we're on, okay, you see this Facebook? Okay, this is the problem, guys, okay? And to all your people that have said you were going to help, this is what's, uh-oh, it's frozen. It says it's reconnecting, but it didn't, it stopped.
No, it's still circling.
Okay. It's locked up. Gosh darn it. Oh God, I need. Oh God. Activate Trio Thief. We're going to activate Trio Thief. We have to still keep working until we get 4 people. You guys that eventually will see this, we're going to have to, okay, so Brian, Trudy, and Tess, I tell you this message. We've got to get to the point where it doesn't take us until noon, okay? This is really hard when every day we have to wake up and do the same exact find 4 more new people because the people keep having emergencies and everybody stays for about a week and then leaves. Okay, this is really hard. This was really hard on Brian and Trudy. For 3 years, they've been trying to be building up teams, dyads, triads, and core teams, and then people would get offended, and then would leave. I mean, oh my God. Did you activate Trio Thief?
Working on it.
Please, let's activate a dyad triad. The problem is we can't work on the book if there's no a dyad. I mean, it's a book about dyads, triads, and core teams. So again, there's no book that even exists. There's no point of writing a book about it because we're writing a book of how to build dyads, triads, and core teams, in that day, and they have to find a better way. Every society has to build dyads and triads and core teams, whether you call it that or not. The world goes around with people. Did you activate the trail thief?
Yes. I'm copying the thing down so that you can.
I don't see it. Did you activate it? Because it's not
Yes.
showing up.
I did activate it.
Okay, something's wrong. Oh my God. Seriously? Now Kelly's trolling me.
Who's Kelly? Date today.
So Kelly wrote back, but I don't know if that, I don't think that's her real picture. So I hate when. Okay, where's what are you looking for?
Ryan, I'm just trying to find out what day of the year it is. 426.
Oh, you're creating the thing.
I'm
Okay.
trying to.
2018 12/10 10/32 2018 3:45. Okay, we changed that already. 60. What is the day of a month? 70. The quarter. What's the quarter? What's the quarter? Q4. No, I mean
71.
71 Q4. 71 Q4. Okay. Just so did she leave? Are you still there? Are you still there? What's her name? Stephanie. You see what I'm saying? I mean, understand you've only been here a week, so forgive me if it's just so many people have come and gone. It's not even funny. It's just so hard. I mean, it's like okay.
Stephanie was still there. Remember, she's at.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, 28. Is that all right? Okay. Let's see, is the zero working? Yes. Okay. So, if you're underground, we'll be given a link. If you're underground, you can jump there. If you're not underground, as you can see, people are trying to troll us still and trying to get under our skin. If you're contact Trudy or myself, and we'll give you a link to the underground. But you have to be someone trusted, and then you can be in our conversation. So if you know what's going on, why trolls are being so successful at trying to put us down, and you know, this is again, so please let us know, and so you can jump to the underground on that video there. Okay, please send us a message, however way, okay? Now, this is not easy. People are the platform. People were the platform in those days. People were the platform in those days. People were the platform in those days. Okay, so someone can type that out. People were the platform in those days. People were the platform in those days. Okay, now get ready to jump, guys. Okay, get ready to jump to Facebook. Okay, go to Facebook again. You know, we only have we have a short line. Okay, trolls are going to be much faster than good people. Good people, you're going to have to get better at your sprints. Okay, because I got to shut it down. If it's a race. Who's faster? It's not a game either. You might seem like a game. It's not a game. Okay, it's not a game, guys. It's not a game. It might seem fun because no one, whatever. Okay, there's 30 people here, right? Okay, so now it's a race. Okay, we're gonna stop this and go public. Get ready to jump on Facebook. Facebook.com/Treebreeze. TREEBREEZE. No, don't talk. Don't engage right now. Just. Again, right now we've got an emergency just because there's no dyad, triad, or cord. There's a triad, but she's new. So the problem is we need dyads, triads, and core teams to help us write the book of links. And it's more than a book. It's an idea of a new platform. But we are putting it in a book because we don't have the resources to build it, so we're going to write about it. Okay? Now here we go. We're going to go public on Facebook. I'm telling you, new people, you better be fast because it literally bad are going ahead of you because okay, get ready.
You want Stephanie to go too?
Everybody that can. All we need to do is build a core. All we need is a 4-member team. The problem is it's taking us to 10 o'clock in the morning. We still don't have a core team. Okay, every day we got to stop trying to go online to build core teams. All we need is a core team. But everybody keeps quitting at different times or they have emergencies. This is why eventually the future generations is going to have to get paid. Okay. Now, we're Facebook, okay? Facebook. Oh, shh. Okay, I don't even have enough devices to block people, okay? Okay, now we're public. Okay, this has been a chaotic morning, terrible from yesterday, and the reason is because Brian's getting better. Brian's proving that the better he does, the worse people will help, the less people will help. We've got, okay, you need to jump now over here. Everybody jump that can. Go on Facebook.com/Treebreeze. Facebook.com/Treebreeze. We have a very limited time. Facebook.com/Treebreeze. 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 Okay? Now, you need to jump there too. Did you?
Yes, I shared it.
Where are you sharing it? To the triad? Okay, right now, there's only the Brian, Trudy, Stephanie triad. We need to build a dyad, a core team. There needs to be a core team. The problem is, it cannot be built with one person. Again, I don't know why this doesn't make sense. Okay, Brian's kept it together. Many of you guys have written down, I'm so proud of Brian, I'm so this. Oh, Brian's been doing so well. But do you see what it does? It doesn't help Brian. Brian's still not getting the help he needs. Brian needs to be, man. He hopes someday people could be in his head. Okay, there's 3 people online. Only 2 identified. Okay? That's okay ratio. Again, guys, please, guys. You see what I'm saying? Please, if you're out there and you're a good person, try to overcome evil with good. Prove to Brian and True that you can overcome evil with good. All you have to do is step up to the plate and say, you know what, I'd wait around. I've been watching you for 3 months, which usually people do, and I'm going to cut it back. Instead of watching you for 2 years, I'm going to say it now just because it would help your day. Just because it's going to help your day. So I know there's good people in there. I know there's good people there. Okay? Please jump. Please just jump to Facebook.com/Treebreeze and help Brian and Trudy build up dyads, triads, and core teams. Dyads and triads and core teams. Dyads and triads and core teams. We've been running underground on YouTube for 34 minutes. Facebook.com/TREEBREEZE. Facebook.com/Treebreeze. And then say who you are. And then we can Periscope. Look, we don't want to be in Periscope. Guys, it's just so hard to be on Periscope. You guys know. I mean, you don't think sticks and stones can break your bones. Names will never hurt me. Unfortunately, that's not true. Names calling and putting people down does hurt people, and it makes people end their life. Let's build something. Let's write about something. Let's not wait around for the government to fix things or a company to fix things. Let's write a book Let us write a book and determine a better platform. Okay, look, Brian and Trigger have been working all morning, and all they're trying to do is build up dyads, triads, and core teams. Okay, the problem is that's the most important thing. Making money is not the most important things, folks. You can make all your money, and your people will. You want to laugh. So you want to laugh at Brian because he can't pull people together. Brian's going to laugh at many of you when you guys have money and it's not going to save you. Okay, go ahead, laugh at Brian. Because people are more important than money. 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 Unfortunately, people will give up people for money. So, and that's the whole point of the Book of Links. People, can someone jump over to, okay, now we're forced, okay, now there's 4 people above ground. 4 people above ground, okay? 4 people above ground, okay? 5 people above ground on Facebook. And only 2 people. Now see, we have to drop it. Do you see what I'm saying? Stephanie, if you are really serious about helping Brian, you need to find some friends. Because you're not powerful enough to go up to the 5. That's the problem. Stephanie, there's 5 people online. Okay, we're dropping underground. Okay? Shoot. Doggone it, guys. I don't even have a device I can drop. We're taking this underground.
If you just came over to Facebook, say who you are.
Say who you are on Facebook. Because say who you are. Okay, anyway. We're going underground. Okay. Now that number's going to keep dropping.
So nobody can go.
Money's not going to save us, people. Donate, whatever.
You don't donate.
Just we don't need money right now. We need people. We need people. Okay, so now there's no one online on Facebook. Okay, this is a problem, people. Okay, this is the problem. Facebook's the only one we can do multiple layers. Does anyone understand this? This is why trolls don't like Facebook. They can't beat you up. They can't. Did you know you can put 7 layers on Facebook? 7 layers deep. The problem is, you have to have those 7 layers of people that you trust still. You have to have some level of trust. And unfortunately, new people cannot get into any of the 7 layers. Again, this is a terrible day, guys. A terrible day. Stephanie, if you know of anybody that you made friends on online. Okay. You think, you guys that watch this later might think this is funny. But do you know right now people are ending their life? Right now. If you think that's funny, then you need to smoke something else. Because you need to smoke something that gives you some enlightenment. People are ending their life, killing themselves because of how bad they're being treated online. Brian's just trying to build a platform, trying to write about a platform that you wouldn't have that anymore. You wouldn't have it if you were willing. And so we the people have to write a book. We and the people had to write a book in those days because we didn't have the resources. You know why Brian Tree doing so bad this morning? Because there would be one new person here and no one from the inner core and no one from the outer core. And it would be 10 o'clock in the afternoon, 10:45. And many people would quit. Brian wouldn't quit, but many people would quit because of how they were treating those people. You could go a whole list of names, There would be a whole list of people that would come and go. Some people would eventually say, oh, I don't want to do it because you're yelling. And then Brian would stop yelling, and then they would join, and then finally they would say, you know what that finally would say? They would say, I'm sorry, it's just too much. I'm too well known on Periscope. Those are the excuses we get. I'm too well known on Periscope. Sorry, I can't help you. I mean, again, you know the only thing that has everything in common, that everyone would give an excuse. That's the only commonality there would be. That everyone would have an excuse. I mean, your excuses, it didn't matter. I mean, again, did it matter what excuse you gave your boss going into work if no one showed up? If no one showed up, if everyone went to work and no one showed up, does it really matter what excuse you give? All he knows is he can't run the company with 0 people. Okay? People are ending their lives because of the bullying online and social media. We're ending their lives. That's fine. Okay, guys. Oh, and by the way, you guys are writing narratives. Send out the message. Start writing only a paragraph for 1 hour. 1 paragraph per hour. Don't write full pages. I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your greatness and spilling into pages. But you need to boil it down. More or less, you need to compile, do a summary of the one video in 1 line or 1 paragraph. That's it. 1 line or 1 paragraph. Obviously, we're on for 1 minute. You're not going to make a whole paragraph about it. 1 line or 1 paragraph. 1 phrase or 1 paragraph to sum up that video. No longer does Brian want to see 5 pages long of a narrative of a 1 hour narrative. Because it takes hours to go over those. So he appreciates your enthusiasm. That's great. He appreciates your enthusiasm. But you see, guys, this is why Brian wasn't calm. Because calmness, what did calmness get us? Brian's calm and he has less help today than he did 2 years ago. Okay? Brian's calm.
Did you drop that to only you? Because I can't see it.
Yes.
Okay.
So Facebook can be dropped multiple layers and levels. Facebook is the best thing we have, folks. You might hate Facebook. Some believe that some stupid